Well, we have another Star Trek film. Welcome, guys, to Think About It Reviews, and we are talking Star Trek Beyond. Now, this is directed by Justin Lin, Fast and Furious fame. It is produced by J.J. Abrams, so don't worry about that. This is written by Simon Pegg. Now, Simon Pegg, who plays Scotty in this film, he gave him the reins, and I think this was a good choice. I mean, Simon Pegg really brought, I believe, a lot of people are happy with a lot of the Star Trek elements to it. It's not just a shoot 'em up, go, but there's a lot of great elements, and I'll explain why. This is starring John Chow, Simon Pegg, of course, Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Carl Urban, Idris Elba, and Anton Yelchin. Now, Anton Yelchin, we know he passed away this year in a freak accident, which is very, very sad. I mean, I thought he was a great, gifted actor. I thought he was, overall, I liked him as John Connor from the Terminator Salvation. He was like the only salvation in that film, pun intended. But Anton was a really good actor, and just watching this film really makes me say, damn, man, this is his character. He just kicks ass as this part in Star Trek, as this character, and it's gonna be very hard. I know they're not recasting it, so I'm assuming that they're just writing him out of there. Yelchuk, it's so hard to say his name, but just watching him, it was a great performance, and this was the way to go. What I really like about Star Trek Beyond is the fact that it is a film where you have a lot of people teaming up. Like you have, as one point, Spock with Bones. That's beautiful. Throughout the film, you have Spock with Bones. So you have a lot of people separated, and you have like a little bit of teams going on here. You have Chris Pine's character, Kirk, with Yelchuk, whatever his name is. Zoe Saldana with also John Chow's character, Sulu. So Uhura with Sulu. I mean, so you have a lot of characters with a lot of different characters, which you wouldn't really kind of, or maybe you do expect if you've seen the Star Trek series. That's what I really love about this. There's a lot of great chemistry in this film, especially with Spock and Bones. I mean, especially with Chris Pine and Anton. I mean, so much great chemistry, so much great fun things that happen throughout the film. The action's great, the effects are great. The conflict is really great. I mean, there was a lot. It was great pacing. I never felt bored. I never felt like there was jarring moments. The only thing I have to complain about is Idris Elba's character, the villain. That's the only thing I really had to complain about in this film. I felt like he was a cookie cutter kind of villain. I felt like there wasn't really too much. They didn't give him, for Idris Elba, they didn't give him enough to shine. I didn't necessarily like the character and what his abilities were. I mean, overall, I think they could have gave Idris Elba a better role and a better villain than what we got in this film. I mean, I remember freaking, what's his name? Nero from the first film more than I could remember Idris Elba's character. So I think Idris Elba's character there, but was okay, but could have just been so much better. I think the comedy works very well on this, especially when the team ups and them going back and forth on a lot of stuff. The one I really remember is, what's her name? Chekhov. So Anton is Chekhov, and I thought he just did beautiful performance. It was a great little send off to Leonard Nimoy's Spock, Ambassador Spock. I really like that as well. Jayla, the alien scavenger, played by Sofia Boutella. I thought she was great. I love that character. I really like that character a lot. A scavenger. She meets up with Scotty, and Simon Pegg kills it as Scotty again. I mean, I really like that team up as well. There was great chemistry, a little bit of romantic chemistry in my opinion. So I would love to see her in future Star Trek films. And this is the question: where do we go with Star Trek? What is the future of the movie franchise? I know they're making the TV shows, but what about the movie franchise? And I would love to see more films. I think this really brought a little bit more life into it. I like this better than Star Trek Into Darkness, but I didn't necessarily like it as much as I liked the first film, even though it's right there. I still had a very good time with this film, and I do recommend you watch this if you're a Star Trek fan. I think this takes it back a little bit to the older Star Trek stuff that the TV show, a lot of callbacks, a lot of, little nudge. But overall, I think Star Trek Beyond is such a great film to check out. So go check it out. Very, very good chemistry all around. And the story itself was sometimes at some places a little bit confusing, but I got it towards the very end. And I thought the action sequences at the end were pretty fun too. So I'm Dan Megan and Son. You can always find more of my videos here, and you can hit that subscribe button for more movie reviews. Like the video if you like it. Comment below to hear you guys' thoughts. Like I always say, guys, grab a tick, grab a seat, make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema.